video. Today I'm going to be talking about the restock of the Yeezy 350 Zebras. These recently restocked in Europe on November 9th and they're restocking in the US on the 16th. I just wanted to talk about if I think these are going to sell out, if they'll have any resale, and are they worth buying. So first things first, I want to talk about the Europe restock. So with the Europe restock, these actually sat on Yeezy supply for quite a while. Obviously in the US you couldn't get it shipped to you, but you can still see the sizes available. And when I was checking it out, like even when I looked the next morning, it released at 12 a.m. So when I looked the next morning, sizes 7.5, 8, 8.5, like they seemed like they were still available well after the release. I'm not sure how many pairs Europe got, but these are rumored to be around 140 to 160,000 pairs available on the restock. Now I know that seems like a lot, but compared to Yeezys, like the creams that recently dropped, that's not actually too much, but the creams actually sat for a couple of days. So with the US drop on these, with the resale still being around like 300 to 350 depending on the size, I do expect a pretty quick sellout. Maybe not immediately, but definitely, you know, a couple of hours into it, I do expect it to sell out. In terms of Adidas.com, I expect an immediate sellout, but in terms of Yeezy supply, since they sometimes charge extra for shipping, they charge like 20 bucks extra for shipping. I don't know if it'll sell out immediately, because that comes out to like $220 plus the 20 shipping, plus if there's tax where you live. Where I'm in LA, that's another 20 bucks, so that comes out to like $260 in total. So I don't know if people want to pay that much for it, considering there's not much resale. But in my opinion, they will immediately sell out in the US. That's just the feeling I have. You can agree to disagree, but I think this is a much better colorway than the creams. It's something that's much more sought after. I mean, at one point these were going for around $1,500, let's not forget, until they restocked again. As far as any differences, I'm not sure if there are going to be anything different from these. This is the second version. This isn't the original version that came out. This is a restock the second time. So I don't know if this new restock is going to have any differences compared to these, but I mean, maybe a couple minor changes, but I don't think anything that's too noticeable. So in terms of if they're worth it or not, it really depends. Like if you're a collector or you just really like the zebra colorway, then I think it is worth it. But if you purchase the creams, which just came out like a couple months ago or a month ago, then I mean, you guys can see they're pretty similar to each other. Like it's both like a pretty much a white base shoe, and then this just has like black lines running through it with the Supply 350. So if you're not too much of a fan of like a louder sneaker, then I think the creams are the way to go, and you can still get these for like pretty much retail. So it really depends what you're looking for. In terms of like resale, you're not gonna make much of a profit after fees, maybe like 20-30 bucks. So if that's worth it to you, then go ahead and do it, but I don't know if the risk is worth the reward in that sense. So yeah, these were rumored to be around 1 million pairs on the restock. So, and they sat for a while. These, again, as I said, is about 150,000 pairs or so. Definitely, I don't think they'll sit as long as the cream sat, but they might sit for a little. I personally think they'll sell out relatively quickly because of the hype behind the colorway. A couple of reasons you should buy it. Well, personally, I think this is the second best 350 to come out after the original Belugas. I think it just stands out a lot. And then, like compared to the creams, this is a sneaker that's worth the 220 price tag over this. This is kind of plain. You can get a lot of white sneakers that'll do the trick like the creams do. Don't get me wrong, I really still like these, that's why I bought them, but there aren't that many zebra colorways out there of other sneakers, and you know, this stands out. People know this is a Yeezy, like, and I think like that's a good reason to get it. Another good reason to get this sneaker is that although the dirt does show on it, especially on the sole, the upper you can wear for a much longer time and it won't get as dirty as the creams. So if you still want like a white base sneaker that doesn't look as dirty, like I've been wearing this for like months now, and you guys can see there's like barely any dirt on it. I do clean them every once in a while, but I don't really go crazy cleaning my sneakers. So this is what I want to hint at. The one bad thing about the Zebras, so the back heel panel is actually a different color than the rest of the sole. So what happens is the rest remains relatively white, as you guys can see, but with like time, this part gets super yellow, and you know, like over here, and then the bottom too, it gets pretty yellowed out. So I don't know, if you're not a fan of that, then I guess stay away. The 350 V2s in general, just they're worth the retail to me because they're actually really durable. You can wear these for a long time, and the rubber sole, like really nothing happens to it. My main concern is this area, like just the heel in here get a little bit of drag, but other than that, they're super durable and super comfortable sneakers. So also, one other thing I do like about the sneaker, since it says Supply 350 in red, it gives a contrast to the white and black colorway. Again, you guys have to consider that if you're not really in it for the hype, like these were going for $1,500. It's the same exact sneaker restocking, just because there's more numbers now. It's going for like basically retail. So if you liked them back then you probably should like them now. I mean, you don't really have to buy a sneaker for the hype. A lot of people actually ask me, oh, should I buy Yeezys because the hype is dead? Well, don't buy a sneaker just because it's hyped. Buy it because you actually like how it looks and it's comfortable and it's worth the $220 price to you. Like, you're not gonna impress anyone with Yeezys anymore. Everyone has them, but if you like them yourself, then go ahead and copy. Like, there's, you know, the Yeezy hype isn't dead. They still sell out. They put out 1 million pairs of this all white sneaker and it still sells out. So not many other brands could do that, but I probably am gonna pick up another pair because these are getting pretty worn. In terms of where to buy it, well, for the creams, Yeezy Supply gave free shipping and no tax. So I mean, $220, that's pretty much better than you get anywhere else, but I don't know if they're gonna do the same with these. So if you want to save like 20 bucks on shipping, then I guess wait till Adidas in the morning. Although on Adidas, you're not guaranteed a pair because their servers suck. Like, they always crash. They crash on some of the basic human race releases. So I mean, I don't know. If you don't want to take the risk, go ahead and cop it on Yeezy Supply. They're probably going to release at midnight Pacific time on November 16th. 12 a.m. Pacific time, they'll drop, so 3 a.m. Eastern time. Again, there's plenty of pairs for Yeezy, but compared to the creams that came out, there aren't that many pairs coming out, so you should be on top of your game. Get the size you want, and yeah, these are a really dope sneaker, guys. Definitely worth the cop in my opinion. And once again, to clarify, I do think they'll sell out. Well, if this video helped you guys, please hit that thumbs up as it goes a long way, and subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers and that'll help a lot. Thank you guys.